Hello, BookTube. My name is Elizabeth, and welcome to Book Babble. Today is Wednesday, and that means it is Top 5 Wednesday. Today's Top 5 Wednesday topic is Top 5 Favorite Graphic Novels. Let's get started. I am so excited for the topic this week, guys, because I have recently got into graphic novels and I love them. Out of like the 7 or 8 graphic novels that I have read, I've only loved enough to put on this list 4 of them. So I'm going to talk about my favorite 4 that I've read. And then the 5th one, my 5th space, I'll leave for graphic novels that I just didn't like. So let's just do this. Starting off with number 4 is the Descender comics. I love these. Let me see. I have number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And these are absolutely fantastic. They are a science fiction graphic novel series, if you can't tell from the covers. And I went to Barnes & Noble today, and I was super excited to see the first 5 comics in a bind-up form. So if you guys are not willing to go back and get all of the individual comics, because sometimes those can get a little pricey depending on how popular the issues were, they now have a bind up for $9.99, so I'm really excited. This was amazing. If you are a fan of Saga, you will definitely like this. In my number 3 spot, I have Sex Criminals by Matt Fraction and Chip Zdarsky. I was really intrigued by the name of this graphic novel. Just, it's got the word sex in it. That's a little bit intriguing. So I decided to pick it up thinking that it was going to be very raunchy and explicit, and it definitely wasn't. It was a growing up story, and I mean, the whole plot of this is a guy and a girl realize that when they have sex, they can stop time, but there's just so much more to that, and it's definitely not raunchy. It's definitely just not what I expected, and I really, really liked it. I mean, it does have sex in it, and it is very adult, so I only recommend it for adult audiences, but it's not as raunchy and adult as I expected it to be. Love, 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 love this. In my number 2 spot, I have Rat Queens. This is by Thank you. In my number 2 spot, I have Rat Queens. This is written by Curtis J. Wythe, and the graphics, I believe, are done by Rock Upchurch. This is the second bind-up. This is the first bind-up, and these were so freaking amazing. It is a cast of all women. I mean, like, there's men in the side characters, but all the main characters are all female. This was so good. These females are just badass. The plot line is awesome. The second one was a little confusing about the plot. Like, I wasn't sure why some things happened, but maybe that's going to get explained in the third bind-up. I'm not sure, but I just really, really love these. If you're looking for, like, awesome, badass females, this is a great place to start with, graphic novels. This is just so great. And then I think this is my favorite like art too. It's just like, oh, and there's an LGBTQ character in this book. One of the girls is a lesbian, and it's fabulous. I love it. I just really like the like pictures in here. They just do such a good job of like getting the facial expressions correct, and like all the characters are so different. It's just amazing. I love Rat Queens to death. And then in my number 1 spot is the only graphic novel that I don't own. And you would think that my favorite graphic novel I would actually own a copy of, but I don't. But that is Saga by, oh my god, I completely failed. Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples, that's their names. So this saga is just amazing. It was one of the first graphic novels that I read, so maybe that's why it's my favorite, but the storyline is so intriguing, and intricate and other I words that I can't think of. And it's just the characters are amazing. And there's just like lots of different, it's a very like Game of Thrones type that's like you see it from a lot of different people's perspectives, and like the storyline is very intricate, a lot is going on, but you still understand what's happening. And it's told, like the story is told as if like the narrator is one of the characters in the book, which I just thought was interesting, but you'd have to read it to understand what I'm saying. But I love Saga. It's just really, really, really good. I highly, highly recommend Saga if you are trying to start out with graphic novels, because they're just absolutely amazing. Now for a couple of graphic novels that I just didn't like. I read The Wicked and the Divine, and I really didn't like that one. It was very confusing, but I get that from a lot. There's like The Wicked and the Divine is about these 12 people who become gods, and or something like that. I don't know, it just felt very confusing, and I just didn't understand the concept that was going on. It wasn't explained well. The world wasn't explained very well. And I didn't like that one. And I also didn't like Amulet. I don't know why, because this is it's a very popular graphic novel, young adult, middle grade graphic novel. The cartoon, like the drawing, the art was amazing. I just didn't like the story that much. I think it's just a me thing. It might also be because I read it during a readathon, and I don't know. I don't know what it was. I just didn't like that one. So, yeah, that is it for my Top 5 Wednesday. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!